I don't click on anything else other than the Wall Street Journal. I start my day Wall Street Journal at 4:30 in the morning, and then I go over to Babylon Bee. I think they're going to make me start paying for this. But I got to tell you, Jarret LeMaster, whenever I'm like, oh, my God, I can't take all this stupid news, I go over to your news, and I'm like, that's the good, fake, stupid news over there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Jarret LeMaster joins us because on this day, which has been compared to the Civil War or the worst terrorist attack that this country has ever seen. Yeah. I thought 9/11 was worse, but maybe it's all perspective that I don't understand. So that's why I go to Babylon Bee. I enjoyed your documentary that you guys did on January 6th, the deadliest day.
Yes. The most deadliest.
I'm sorry.
Most deadliest day.
The most deadliest day.
Let's get the name right.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No, let me play a bit of it. Hold on.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah.
The heat death of the universe. These are some of the deadliest days in history.
That's right.
But none of them compare to the most deadliest day. January 6, 2021. Coming soon in the most epic movie event.
I got shivers.
Since Robot Jocks Left Behind, or maybe even Son of the Mask. The Babylon Bee investigates the darkest day in the history of democracy.
Where were you on January 6th?
In January?
I don't remember.
Storming the Capitol, baby. No.
Scary stuff like this happened.
So on a scale of 9 to 10.
Oh, I love this. So you have a bunch, just real quick, I'll get you on here. You show this guy picking up a podium and moving it like 10 feet. And then you have a bunch of people sitting there. You know, you got the black guy, the Hispanic guy. You got all the people there. And then the question that you ask the people that you're surveying, listen to your phrases. Hang on.
Scary stuff like this happened.
Moving the podium.
So on a scale of 9 to 10, how terrifying was what you just witnessed?
3? I don't know.
We go on location.
All right, okay. By the way, it's hilarious. You guys, when'd you put this thing out there? Like 2 years ago or a year ago? When did this thing come out?
It came out like 4 months ago.
Oh, wow. I'm way ahead of everything.
Yeah, it came out in October, right at the end of October. We tried to get it out right before the election, just to remind people how scary January 6th was.
Yeah.
Because the mainstream media wasn't doing a good enough job. And so we really needed to drive the point home. So it's like the worst day that's ever happened in all of human history.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we survived, you know.
Yeah. Are you okay now? I know on this particular day, and listen, I'm not making light. It's terrible. It's a black eye for America, for the people that rushed in there to take pictures of the people that did die. They were all Trump supporters. 4 lives were lost, in particular Ashley Babbitt. And then, a few others died in the crush to get into the Capitol. But the way the media blew this thing up, and it continued to be a big deal. And they tried to run on that in 2022. It was somewhat effective. Yeah. But polls this year, people are like, I don't care about January 6th, but you couldn't get away from it. Everybody kept talking about it if they were on the left, that reminding us that, if this guy gets elected, it's going to be January 6th every day, which would do well for your movie, The Most Deadliest Day.
Yeah.
But for the rest of common sense America, it's like, yeah, it was ugly, but let's move on, right?
Well, and that's our perspective too. I mean, honestly, we're not big fans of what happened, but I do think, they've blown it way out of proportion. It's the Reichstag fire, for the left, and they're trying to use it as a cudgel to try to paint the entire conservative, swath of the population as a bunch of terrorist extremists, and it just didn't work. It's not working anymore. At first, they used it like they did with all the other stuff that I'm not sure I can even say, like that big medical emergency. Like they used that too, to try to paint people that disagreed with it as evil terrorists, and it just didn't work anymore. That's actually what propaganda is. So the work that we do is to try to shed light on those things and try to make fun of all the bad ideas, so that bad ideas have victims. Ideas have consequences. Bad ideas have victims, and we're in the business of mocking bad ideas. And I think it's really God's work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If people didn't do it more, if people did it more, these kind of ideas wouldn't catch, and we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now.
How long? I listened to your podcast that you do with those guys. How long or how often do you go, oh my God, this turned out to be true? You did one about 2 years ago, which was Elmo will tell everybody to get vaccinated. And then a year later, there's Elmo. Hi, everybody. Don't forget to get vaccinated. You must be like, holy crap, we made fun of that. Now it's true.
Yeah. No, there's definitely there's a prophetic nature to the Babylon Bee. You know, like good observational humor is like that, where you can kind of pick out where everything's going. And that's kind of what we do, you know. It's what The Simpsons did. And we're able to kind of point out things like, you know, Mattel's going to make a pregnant Ken doll or something like that. And all of a sudden it's true in a week, you know. And there's probably about 100 or 120 examples of, you know, stuff, you know, articles that we've written that have come true.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's just good observational humor, you know, like honestly, you can kind of read where they're headed.
But they're stealing all the good stuff from you by actually making it real. You got to hurry up and get that stuff out there. Where are you, and where are you, and I'm now allowed to talk about this, where are you on that lawsuit, the Babylon Bee, when it came to the Man of the Year, and you guys were holding firm on not taking down that and not apologizing? Is that still going, or has that all sort of blown over?
That's sort of that one in particular sort of reckoned. I mean, it's resolved. We were kicked off of Twitter. If you don't know the story, USA Today put out this article, and they said they gave Rachel Levine the Man of the Year award, which was something I guess they give sometimes. Oh no, the Woman of the Year. They gave him the Woman of the Year, and then the next day, Babylon Bee gave him our prestigious Man of the Year award, and which we never give out. And so it was such a high honor. And Elon Musk then called us about 2 weeks later and was like, "Hey, I heard you guys got kicked off Twitter." Because they kicked us off, and they forced us, they wanted us to bend the knee and admit that we had engaged in hate speech, which is absolutely untrue. So Seth Dillon, in his, you know, courageous act, decided to say no. He was just like, no, we're not going to say that's not hate. It's a joke. For Pete's sake, it's a joke.
Right.
And it's not even a great joke. It's really low hanging fruit. And so anyway, so basically we stuck with it, got kicked off for 4 months. Then Elon decided to buy Twitter to get us off. And the first day when he bought Twitter, turned it into X, he called us and he was like, "Hey, do you guys want back on Twitter?" And we were like, "Yes, Mr. Musk, we owe you $44 billion. We're good for it," you know? So that was kind of the story there. Yeah, but it's crazy how it changed everything. It's just us making jokes, you know, and saying things that are true.
Yeah.
Kind of shifted this conversation about free speech, which I think is it's an important conversation to have right now.
It's essential. By the way, Jarret, why are the guys funnier online than they are in that podcast?
Oh, yeah. You're talking about me, by the way. You're talking about me.
There's like 4 of them in there, but just like general, I'm like, okay, where's the funny stuff? And then I got to go to the online, because when you guys are just sitting there yapping, I'm like, which one's the really funny guy?
Wow, great question.
So, okay. Thank you for saying that. It's okay. Here's what you got to know about comedians, and this is the truth.
Okay.
Most comedians are like really highly introverted people.
Yes.
And like they just sit around. They have social anxiety. They like hate groups. You know, I'm not like that. I'm the only extrovert in the crew, and I'm basically an actor. And so it's so funny. But they that's it. That's the reason why. Because basically, it takes a lot of thought to make scripted comedy. It's not something that's just. You know, it's a different kind of comedy, you know, like if you're just improvising and stuff, you know, that's a different gift. That's a different gift.
Yeah, like Robin Williams throws out 10,000 and one joke hits. He's got to do the machine gun fire on that one. Well, listen, on this particular day, I think everybody needs to watch The Deadliest Day, the documentary on January 6th, The Deadliest Day, right?
Yes. Please go out. Please become a subscriber on the Babylon Bee. We're actually working to give more stuff to our subscribers right now.
All right.
And a more scripted comedy, so it actually is funny. And and so that's kind of been our goal this year. Like, how can we give people more things that they laugh at instead of this podcast that they don't laugh at? So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Those are your marching
supposedly
orders.
We're the comedy guys.
Yes, you are. All right.
That's right.
Jarret LeMaster, thanks for taking some time, and I will pay the subscription for the funnier stuff. Thank you.